Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for September. Hope everybody is well. I am going to take a second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Gemini out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that in a general reading, the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. And as always, Gemini, please don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Gemini? Gemini. Oh, that was fast. All right, Gemini, you're starting out with the Knight of Pearls. You have the Five of Treasure, and you have the Queen of Pearls. Interesting. All right, so this definitely has to do with love. I feel like you're hoping for somebody to bring to you a love offer, because with the Five of Treasure, which would be the Five of Coins, that's a sense of feeling abandoned, rejected, sad, feeling a sense of loss. It's like you're experiencing a sense of loss with somebody and you're hoping that they will come forward because you have all these feelings for them. I do feel like you think about this person quite a bit. You have a deep, loving energy towards this person. And I feel like you are hoping to hear from them. You're hoping they're going to come towards you. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who. But you may feel like this person just up and abandoned you because there's a sense of feeling rejected by somebody you love deeply. Show me who's in Gemini's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Two of Pearls reversed. We have the Nine of Coral. And we have Judgment in the reverse. All right, so the person, I can see that there's been an ending. This person may consider you to be a soulmate. You could be dealing with another Gemini. This person is definitely focused on you. But I feel like there's been a lot that has gone on between you and this person. And I feel like they're just tired. There's a sense of, it's like the wounded warrior. In their energy, Nine of Wands, it's like the wounded warrior. So this person feels tired. They feel like this relationship ended because of something that and I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying that they feel like it ended because of something you did. They're holding you responsible here. This is somebody that is saying, I'm just tired. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't feel like this is going to come back together. And they're afraid of making a poor judgment call here as well. So this person has basically kind of pulled back from the relationship. But I feel like you love this person. Let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. All right, so we have the Four of Coral. Yeah, you may have been married to this person, or you may still be married to this person. There was possibly a long-term relationship. There's something to do with the relationship. And, there was an idea at some point between the two of you that perhaps you could overcome the obstacles that are here and bring this back together. And I feel like you love this person. You're hoping to bring this back together. You're hoping to hear from them. But they're kind of seeing it, only the negatives in the relationship at this particular point. Let me see what's affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this connection. All right, we have the Six of Coral. And we have the Five of Coral. So it's a passionate connection between the two of you. You're getting a lot of wand energy. So there's definitely been a very passionate connection here. You feel like this could be a successful relationship. But you also feel like this person is very combative. Like it's a push-pull connection. Like you can't seem to get along. And it does appear that whenever this conflict occurs between the two of you, that you want to win this conflict. You're determined you're going to win it. But that being said, this person is a little bit, they're participating in the conflict as well. There's this push-pull between the two of you. You're determined to win it, but at what cost? Because now you're feeling rejected, you're feeling abandoned. There's sadness here, and they're just tired of the conflict. They're really exhausted from the conflict, and yet you're both participating in this. So let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome between Gemini and this person. All right, we have the Seven of Spears in the reverse. So there could have been some kind of deceit. The Seven of Swords is basically talking about lying, cheating, stealing, whatever it is, it's come out. Now, it could just be, it doesn't necessarily have to be all that. It could be that you've been in denial of your feelings. This person could be in denial of their feelings. They have a lot of internal conflict with regard to you. So it may be that you're both realizing, look, you know, we both still have feelings for each other. Yeah, so I feel like it's more that. There's this realization here that there's a lot of feelings. Now, in your energy, I feel like your energy is a little bit more direct, Gemini. They're in a lot of conflict about having feelings for you. All right, so we have the Ten of Spears in the reverse. That is the equivalent to the Ten of Swords. I do feel like there could have been some betrayal here. There definitely was a painful ending between the two of you. And the underlying energy is healing from that pain. So let's clarify your reading. What is the Knight of Pearls here for Gemini? All right, we have the King of Cups reversed. And we have the Strength card. Yeah, so you're hoping this person comes towards you. You have all these feelings, but again, there's been conflict here, and you are trying to hold back all those feelings, hold back all those emotions, be really strong about it. I feel like ultimately that's going to be difficult for you to do. You could be dealing here with a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer energy, possibly a Leo, but I feel like you want to overcome this, but you don't want to be the one to go towards this person. You want them to come towards you. Let me see why the Five of Treasure is here. The Moon and the Nine of Cups reversed. Okay, so yeah, you're hiding your feelings from this person, Gemini. You don't want to admit to this person how you feel, because you feel like in some way, because of the conflict between the two of you, that it's going to make you feel defeated. And as long as you keep those feelings hidden, you remain strong, you keep a tight grip on your emotions and your feelings, then in some manner it makes you feel like you won. But at what cost? Because there's still this sense of feeling as if, you know, you've been rejected, you've been abandoned. This could be a Gemini I'm talking to that experiences abandonment issues here. I will say that this is not going the way you want it to. I am seeing a little bit of depression. I'm seeing a lot of sadness. And I feel like I don't know who it is, and it may not be all of you, but there could be somebody out there that is leaning into alcohol or substances in order to deal with their feelings. Let me see why the Queen of Pearls is here. Okay, we have the Sun in reverse. And we have the Four of Swords. And I'm getting the same message, Gemini, that you're hiding your feelings. You're keeping them concealed. There is a break here, so I feel like you're not talking with this person, or if you are, you're not talking very, very much with them. You're trying to heal your energy. I do feel like there is going to come a point where you're going to have to acknowledge your feelings, though. there's definitely a sense here of you hiding your feelings. We have the sun reversed. We have the moon here. And it's really only causing you to feel more sadness, more remorse here. It's not helping you to keep your feelings, you know, to yourself. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to come and tell this person how you feel, unless that's in your heart to do so. But you do have to at least admit it to yourself. And I feel like you're trying not to do that because there's this sense of you want to win. There must have been a lot of conflict between you and this person. Let me see their energy. Why is the Two of Pearls in reverse? They're thinking about you. Yeah, King of Swords. They want to talk to you. They're definitely thinking about you. Judgment in the reverse. Again, so this person feels like every time they talk to you that it turns out badly. They feel like bringing this back together, having communication, it's just going to be poor judgment here. They're tired. They're tired of the conflict here. Yeah, I feel like this person does think a lot about you, though. And there's some sort of a feeling of commitment, although I can clearly see that the two of you are not together. Why is the Nine of Coral here? All right, Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant reversed. Taurus energy. You could also be dealing with another Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. Yeah, this person is trying to move forward. They're trying to move forward. They're fighting for the right to move forward and away from the connection. There's definitely been the ending of the physical connection. I see that in your energy. I see it in their energy. And I feel like this person is tired of the conflict, so they feel like they have to move forward. Why is Judgment in reverse? All right, we have the Six of Wands. And we have the Queen of Cups reversed. So you're mirroring each other. You both feel that, you know, you want to win because of all the conflicts here. You both want to win. And this person is feeling like the best way for them to win is to deny their feelings and to, you know, keep that to themselves. So I feel like you're mirroring each other in that. They have all these feelings and emotions, and honestly, there is some sort of a soulmate connection here. But this person, basically what they're saying is, I don't care if there's a soulmate connection. I'm done with this. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. It's that kind of energy. But it's not because they don't love you. They do. There's a sense here that this person may feel that the two of you are a karmic connection. And that could possibly be the case. But I do feel like this person feels that they have to move forward in order to be successful. So it's like you're both trying to cut your feelings and emotions off. Now let me see the energy between the two of you. Why is this Four of Coral here? All right, Seven of Wands and the Three of Cups reversed. So it looks like you were either married to this person. You could still possibly be, like there could be like, I see the relationship's ended, but there's something here that's not finalized. There's something that is still like keeps the two of you tied together in some manner. But I feel like you were unhappy in this connection. And I feel like you feel that, you know, you're not going to get back together. This person has made it very clear that they're not going to bring this back together. And they're standing their ground here. And they're doing it in a rather aggressive manner. I feel like they may have spoken pretty sharply to you at some point. And that made you very unhappy. I also feel like you want this person to come to you. You want this person to bring this back together. And I feel like again, it's that mirroring. They want you to come towards them and bring it back together. But I do feel like neither of you are willing to do that. Let me see what's affecting the connection. There is a lot of mirroring that's going on here. All right, we have the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. We have the Magician. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the Ten of Wands. So there's passion here. Again, you both want the other person to take action. Yeah, you're both manifesting the other person to step up and take action. It's like neither of you want to do that. You both want the other person to do that. So you're both manifesting that. The person in your energy just feels like there's just too many problems here. They feel like they have to move forward, but they're having a very difficult time doing that. Sometimes they feel extremely overwhelmed because there is love here. There is passion here. You may be ignoring this person. Yeah, there's a sense here of you're looking back at the past. You don't like what you see. You feel like this person kind of, crushed you, rejected you, abandoned you. So you don't want to take action. You want them to come to you. They want the same thing. It's a push-pull relationship, basically. And you're both participating in it. And you're both kind of blaming the other for it. Let me see your outcome. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords reversed. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have Justice. So there's something here that's going to be revealed. I do feel like there is going to be communication after a period where you have not been communicating. Something here is going to be revealed, and it may have to do about something with a sexual nature. It could also be that the two of you have this discussion and you're like, hey, I really do love you. I really do want to be, with you. Because there's a sense here of something that's deceptive being revealed, and it has to do with passion. All right. I do feel like you think about this person a lot, but you're in denial of that. I think that's going to come out. I don't see that coming out like within the next week, but it's more, it looks more like instead of the two of you admitting this to each other, you're admitting it to yourselves. Because I still see you kind of staying to yourself, keeping silent. Even though you're thinking about this person, you're acting like you're not. There's a sense here that you want to free yourself from, your feelings and emotions, and free yourself from feeling passionate about this person. So I do see you in this energy of I've got to free myself. I've got to heal. I just don't want to deal with this. But there's also this acknowledgement that there is all this passion that's here. In their energy, this person is sincerely, it looks like, trying to do the right thing. They have these feelings and emotions for you, but they feel that they have, in order to be successful. And what is success for them? Well, for them, they want something that's balanced, something that feels just, something that is, honest and upright. They may be feeling that there's something within this connection that is not just, that is not, upstanding and upright. So this is why they feel that they have to begin to move forward, even though it's very complicated for them to do so. Quite frankly, they feel overwhelmed with it at times. So I do feel like you're both going to continue to keep your feelings and emotions to yourself. I feel like you're coming to terms individually, but not together, that you do have these feelings and emotions. But I do feel like this person in your energy is attempting to do the right thing. And I feel like you are as well. So this is a tough situation, but I don't know. I feel like if both of you could just, be honest and direct with each other, that would balance this out. But there's just this energy of it being a push-pull relationship and each person wanting the other person to come towards them. So, bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers in the reverse. This is underlying energy. It might indicate that one or both of you are moving towards another relationship. It does indicate that, this very painful ending here is underlying all of this. I definitely see that you are dealing with a soulmate of some kind. It could be a karmic, it could be a twin flame type of connection, but there's definitely some kind of a soul tie that's here, and that's why this is so difficult to kind of move away from. So I'm going to pull from these oracles. We'll see what pops out for you, for Gemini. All right, you got several cards. So you have, to the Greenwood, it says, seek comfort and acceptance and be kind to yourself. You also have the Numina. It says, seek inspiration in twilight wanderings. The Silent One. Watch the shifting shadows and be a caretaker of silence. Well, there's definitely been a lot of silence in this connection. And then we have Spiny Sister, take pride in yourself. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you have resonated with this reading, Gemini, please hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Gemini, know that you are loved, and namaste.